Springtime has arrived, Brockton. Hi, I'm Jay Miller, the host of One North Maine, BCA's magazine show where we highlight the people, places, and events that make this city, our city, great. We're at DW Field just because we're feeling the fine weather, and we have some exciting events to show you. So sit back and relax and see what your community, the City of Champions, has to offer. Coming up on today's episode, the Brockton Public School Middle School Science Fair, a public service announcement from the Greater Brockton Health Alliance, the 5th annual Mark Creedon Memorial Walk Run, music at Fuller Craft Museum, Eric Van Dam Quartet. The Brockton Public Schools are second to none, and the middle school programs throughout the city are fantastic, particularly the Middle School Science Fair. We had an opportunity to get up close and personal with some budding scientists and see what they created. Let's take a look.
This is definitely the best science fair I've seen since I've been doing this. It's an awesome, awesome job. Have fun and good luck.
I created a flute that when you play it, it generates electricity. I have these sensors, and inside them are crystals, and when they go under mechanical stress, it pulses electricity similar to how the heart pumps blood. And I attach them to the keys on my flute, and when I play, it generates electricity. I'm trying to solve the energy crisis by creating another system of generating electricity. This is going to teach people that music is very important because in most countries like Haiti, part of their culture is playing instruments. So then if we attach these sensors to their instruments, they could generate their own electricity.
Our project is dry ice bubbles, and pretty much what we do is we drop some dry ice in the bowls, we put some soap around the rims, and then we pull the cloth back, and then it starts to form a bubble with the liquid detergents.
Amazing, amazing. I'm touching bubbles. Touching dry ice bubbles.
I love them all because what I look for is I look for the process, for the kids to create and to develop and just to make any science project their own with their own little twists and their creativity.
We weren't actually able to get the bump sensors, which were the whiskers. And these are a little smaller. They're called micro switches, and they actually can do the same thing that a bump sensor can do. It's just shorter. We are able to wire it to make it work. Our robot is actually going to mimic this situation.
If the robot were to hit my hand right here, it would back up and turn around like that.
This robot would actually upgrade to something more, such as helping the blind, because it can actually guide through places even if it doesn't have eyes.
The name of our project is McDonald's Rot or Not. McDonald's food is always a great pleasure, but maybe rethink that.
We purchased a McDonald's burger and fry, and we left it in a room temperature place, and we just took a picture each day and saw if there was any molds created.
Our hypothesis was that it would create mold just like any other food. There was no mold found on the cheeseburger except that it was hard.
You should probably think twice about what you're putting in your bodies when you go to the McDonald's restaurant.
We are a school system that offers it all. And most impressive to me tonight is if you can see behind me, not just the students, the projects, the family members, a community coming together.
And our kids continue to flourish, and they're incredibly bright and they're talented.
It's just absolutely terrific what these kids have done.
We are the City of Champions, and our kids show that every day. You know, it's not always about getting the top prize, it's always about what you learn in the process. And in the end, education is something that stays with you for a lifetime.
The mission of the Greater Brockton Health Alliance is to work towards healthier communities by promoting collaboration between partners,
putting together guest speakers and topics that get all of us thinking sort of outside of our normal day-to-day.
How we collectively as a city come together
to have greater collective impact as a team.
Providing support to local health initiatives, prevention programs, education programs.
In our soccer academy, the children would learn how to pass, but then there would be a bridge to learning how to work with a teammate and how to work with somebody in life.
And increasing awareness of local identified health issues throughout the communities we serve.
Our hope is that we will provide places for kids to be able to do the right thing.
Our monthly meetings are held at Stonehill College on the first Friday of each month.
We invite everyone from the community. We're never done with our invitations. It's always an open door meeting.
Membership in the Greater Brockton Health Alliance is free and open to anyone age 18 and older.
And we started off by training leaders.
And what has been really striking to me is the amount of people that are really trying to get things going.
There are about 115 leaders trained.
They talk to their friends, they talk to their family, they talk to their neighbors, and it gets more people involved.
And we have probably had about 360 participants over the last few years.
As everybody has different leadership styles, and we help them discover that through some really creative ways in a classroom setting.
Our vision is the collaboration between community agencies and residents so access to sustainable resources is available to meet the unique needs of each family and communities of the Greater Brockton area.
When we got to the second meeting, what we wanted to do is really start to delve deeper into that visioning process.
We didn't have to come up with a whole new system. We just needed the CHNOF funding to help improve the current system and expand it.
It's not to just sort of making sure that people have access. We always use this example to an apple. People know apples are good for them, but can everyone access apples?
We came up with a list of strategies.
And we started to really look at connectivity.
The pilot program is targeting 24 children to start with our first academy.
We've also begun a walkthrough and looking at the areas for security cameras.
The amazing parks and green spaces, identification of ideal walking and bike routes.
And places we've identified for motion censored lighting as well.
This is a group of people who meet who have like-minded issues.
We would then use those issues as a way of having a community visioning process and using that vision as a way to blend in or project out a long-term action plan.
Greater Brockton Health Alliance, a voice for a healthy future.
My name is Sarah Selman. I'm the Executive Director of Old Colony YMCA's Easton Branch.
My name is Lee Farrow, and I am a community organizer.
I'm Jeff Wilson from TLC Sport.
My name is Amanda Decker, and I currently work for the Avon Coalition for Every Student.
My name is Dottie Slack, and I'm the Health Education Outreach Coordinator at the Brockton Council on Aging.
Join us.
So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Greater Brockton Health Alliance.
Established in 2011, the Mark Creedon Memorial Walk and Run gives the community an opportunity to promote healthy living and family fun. Mark passed way too young, and in its 5th year, the Creedon family celebrates his life. We had an opportunity to cover a great race. Let's take a look.
Thanks, Jay. We're here at the 5th annual Mark Creedon Memorial Run and Walk, and it is a packed house. Over 600 people participating in the run and walk this year. It's a great event, so let's take a look at what's going on.
We are off to a great start. We had over 320 people pre-register for the race. Hopefully we'll pick up another 150 or 200. And people have got good energy. The music's out here. A lot of the snow's gone away. So we're excited about it. I think we're going to have another great year.
Good morning and welcome to the 5th annual Mark Creedon Memorial Run and Walk. Woo! Woo! So excited to have everybody out here. We were really excited this morning that it was 50 degrees. It felt so warm. It doesn't feel so warm now. But that's okay because the sun's coming out and we are really excited to get started. Thank you so much for all of our new runners and walkers that are joining us for the first time this year. And a huge thank you to the runners and walkers who's come back every year.
So Sergeant Dan Clark, he's actually an Avon resident, and I'd been introduced to him through my father-in-law, interestingly enough. And you know, I reached out to him this year. We thought it was the fifth annual, and it's an anniversary, a bit of a milestone for us. So what better way to commemorate it with a great singer like Sergeant Dan Clark to get us kicked off with the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United States of America, our Star-Spangled Banner. The twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched, forceful gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, love of first gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, state our stands on a spangled banner yet wave. For the land of the free and the hope
so it's my great pleasure to introduce our two scholarship winners, Andrew Child and Mithail Simoli. Can I hear it for our scholarship winners? Congratulations.
Scholarship goes to Cardinal Spellman High School, where most of the Creedons attended.
We give us a full scholarship to a rising senior for their senior year at Cardinal Spellman High School. And you know, this year we had 3 scholarship recipients that were actually present at the race and helping out. Our 2 recipients from this year and then our recipient from last year. You know, when Mark passed away, we wanted something that was really going to be a lasting memory of him and about him. In the scholarship recipients, we have that. We have people that are really passionate about what they do academically. They are driven to change the world in their own special way. And they're here and a part of this race every year, and that's really wonderful.
3, 2, 1!
Just give me a kiss!
Every one of the Creedons ran in my kid road races since their little Elizabeth is the youngest Creedon, and she ran up here at 4 years old, and she's in her 30s now.
It's an exciting day and it's beautiful weather. The sun came out. There's so many people here. There's so many people who've been here for the last 4 years, and this is our 5th annual event. They come back year after year to support our family, to celebrate Mark, to remember Mark. And so we get out to cheer them on. They're doing an amazing job. We had some phenomenal runners. It was really tight at the front. We had some really top athletes coming in, and they keep coming across the finish line now. It's a great day. I don't know how many we have right now, but somewhere between 400 and 500 people, and it's just amazing.
Now, a lot of enthusiasm. When we got here this morning, it was cloudy. It was kind of misting a little bit. As the race time start got near, the sun kind of came out. I'm not going to say divine intervention, but
I think we have somebody certainly rooting for us. Every year we have that sun come out right about this time, and I'm positive that Mark's out there watching us.
Here. In terms of the staging area, I'm going to have to thank Mother Nature. I think my brother Mark probably had something to do with that, which we're grateful for. And then I do think the good people of the city, the Parks Department, were able to get up here and clean some of, not this parking area, but all throughout, so I think people can start using it a little bit more, because now that the weather's getting nicer, we want to get people up here, get outside, get some fresh air out of hibernation. It's been a long winter.
It was a great race. The weather turned out to be perfect. The sun came out for us.
now you have a little de facto tradition that's starting. Last year for this race, you broke out a new pair of shoes. This year you have a new pair of shoes that matches your watch.
Yes, that's true.
Does it help with the time?
Does it? Not this year. But it was a tough winter, so I didn't train as much. So I came in a little later than I did last year, but that's okay. It's only the second race of the season for me, and I got time to pick that up a little bit.
Each one of the Creedons has their own number. Each number to be identified by. Today we're all number 6. Tell us a little bit about that tradition.
So this was my Aunt Jerry, Geraldine Creedon, who came up with this idea. When we used to get together, there are 19 Creedons total of these first cousins that I'm a part of. And the way it was to keep us all together was we all had shirts with Creedon on the front. So we knew, like, if we were at the beach or if we were at a cookout with a bunch of people, at least the Creedon and the cousins could be easily identified by the aunts and uncles. And you get your number in sequence. So today we were all number 6 in honor of Mark, as he is the 6th oldest cousin.
That's their little number in the family, like little team players. At Christmas of the year you got married or somehow came into the Creedon family, you would be presented with your T-shirt with the appropriate number. So it's been a lot of fun, and we've gone through a couple different colors.
We have number 30 on the way at the end of June. It's the 30th Creedon cousin is on the way.
Now, if you are showing this much enthusiasm for all these people that are supporting the Creedon family, I can only imagine what it's going to be like when number 30 finally comes.
I know, it's going to be really exciting, and it'll be exciting for next year. Just more people to add to the celebration next year.
And that's one thing that Mark taught all of us. It's important to be with your family as much as possible and all your friends. The Creedon family obviously knows that spirit, and they live it well. They've been nice enough to welcome me into the family, the extended family, I guess you could say, my dad and I. And we've been part of that for many, many years, and it's fantastic to have, and it's an honor to be here. It's a lot of fun.
A great race. I definitely encourage everybody to come out next year, and it's a race and a walk. So if you're not, competitive or you don't want to take out the running shoes, take out the walking shoes and come out for a great time.
Well, that just about wraps it up here from DW Field Park for the 5th annual Mark Creedon Memorial Run Walk. Back to you, Jay.
Mark Creedon has left quite a legacy. What a fantastic event. We are still at DW Field, and across the pond is the Fuller Craft Museum. Recently, the Eric Van Dam Quartet performed, and they put on a music clinic. We're on Main Street. Behind me is the Brockton Public Library. Recently, the Art Smart exhibition was held inside these walls. And let me tell you something, Brockton teenagers showcased their talents. We had everything from mixed media to paintings, photography, and more. Let's take a look.
Our 14th Art Smart contest. And it's hard to believe, as I was just saying to the chairman of the Board of Trustees, that we've been in this building now 14 years. And I can't think of a better way to commemorate what the Brockton Public Library stands for than to have a contest like this with all of you talented young artists from Brockton participating. The first winner is Tiffany Wallace. She's been selected to receive first prize, which is $100, for Transition of Life. Tiffany, would you come forward, please? Well done. Your very beautiful work, and we look forward to having that hang in our young adult area for the year. Thank you for the good work you've done.
I used to always go on these art websites, always looking at things that would just inspire me. And I saw this Italian artist that I really loved her work. She used to do a lot of watercolor. So I wanted to do something similar to her, and she used to do a lot of pen work, and I'm not usually accustomed to doing pen, so I wanted to just try something new. And then I just got this idea because my concentration centers around watercolor, so I just thought I wanted to just mix the two together. So I just started playing around with stuff, just drawing people's faces, and then I just got that really.
Second prize is to Tobias Alvarez for Skin in our Art Smart contest. Honorable mention goes to Emily Barone for There's a Light. Thank you.
Just seeing other photographs that I really liked, and the help from my cousin, who was the model in the photograph. She's always willing to, do whatever crazy idea I have. It's definitely a way to really express yourself, if that words cannot do. And
pictures worth 1,000 words, right?
Yeah, pictures are definitely worth 1,000 words.
Perfect.
It's really a great opportunity for our students to have their work framed and hung, in a professional gallery. We don't get to have that a lot. We do a lot of art shows at school, but to have one out in the community and to show the community all the amazing things that are coming out of Brockton High. We just really thank Lucia and the whole staff of the library for everything they do to support us. And the idea that this community, Brockton, has always supported the arts. And that's why we have such great programs, K-12. And it comes down to people like Lucia, who do things like this, that people think are, little things, but this is huge. And to get this out, it gets in the paper, and the people that come to see this, and even, we're all here tonight, but people are here through the week, seeing your artwork and seeing the amazing things and how talented our kids are.
Well, there you have it, Brockton. Another One North Main in the books. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed these events as much as we enjoyed covering them. To learn more about Brockton Community Access, please visit our website at bcatv.org. You can also check out our YouTube page, youtube.com/The Brockton Channels, all one word. For everyone at One North Main, I'm Jay Miller. We'll see you around town.